Hi. So, okay. वैसे भी 8:30 हो गए थे and I'm trying to not exceed the 10-minute mark for videos because then they become too big to upload on YouTube. अच्छा, some of you asked me a very चलो ये बात नहीं करते traditional what is traditional theory of trade. Guys, don't ask me questions that you could just basically flip through and googleify in your in your free time. So I think Adam Smith, Ricardo, and then uske baad wo thodi sophisticated hona shuru ho jati hai, Heckscher Ohlin models of trade. So what is traditional theory of trade? Is trade on the basis of comparative advantage, whatever that might be. I think the most naive theory of trade is absolute advantage. Okay, we're not going there. Okay. ये बड़ी अच्छी बात किसी ने की थी कि व्हाट अबाउट लीगल एंड एथिकल इश्यूज दैट कैन फॉल अंडर द सम प्रैक्टिसेस ऑफ ईओआई, फॉर एग्जांपल चाइल्ड लेबर. ओके, आईएसआई पे तो हमने काफ़ी कंसंट्रेट किया है. पिछले लेक्चर में भी मैंने थोड़ी सी बात की थी. आईएसआई हमें समझ भी आ रहा है मेरा ख्याल से. ईओआई क्या चीज़ है? ईओआई है कि हम वो चीज़ बनाएं जो हम सबसे अच्छी बना सकते हैं. अच्छी बनाने का मतलब ये नॉट कि समथिंग वी लाइक डूइंग, it is something that we are just efficient at doing, therefore the cost per unit is cheaper. Okay, because you are competing in a market and you're going to compete in the market and you are going to be able to compete either on the basis of the fact that the good is unique or on the basis of the fact that the good is cheaper and it's a completely elastic good and therefore you are able to compete according to that. Okay, आप उधर से हट जाओ, वो आपको लग जाएगा. उधर पीछे चले जाओ. Okay. And Mohammed, don't jump. No, please don't jump. You'll hurt yourself. Okay. I don't really have much control over my riaya. Okay. I think I'm the riaya. Okay. So question is child labor practices in EOI. Okay. What does a typical LDC look like? Clearly आप बहुत अच्छी बात है, some of you did it कि भाई उसमें बड़े अच्छे characteristics लिखे हुए थे of a typical LDC. And while we अगर हम इसको ये ना कहें, हम इसको कहें stylized facts, ठीक है, and while we don't like generalizing and whatnot, but clearly these countries are labor abundant. Clearly they don't have a comparative advantage in capital intensive production of goods. Clearly they are land abundant. Clearly they are much more rural in nature. Clearly they are much more dependent on a labor intensive technology that has been put in place simply because capital intensive technologies would work against you. So वो जो characteristics हैं of a developing economy, they are, I think there is some justice to that concept कि नहीं ये बात ठीक है, ऐसी ही होती हैं. टिपिकल आपने तस्वीर देखी है तो हम सारे एक ही तरह के ही हैं. उसमें एक्सट्रैक्टिव इंस्टीट्यूशंस भी हैं, उसमें करप्ट गवर्नमेंट्स भी हैं, उसमें रेंट सीकिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी भी. और ये करप्ट गवर्नमेंट्स और रेंट सीकिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ कहाँ से आती हैं? वहाँ से आती हैं जहाँ पे भी पॉकेट्स ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी, ट्रांजैक्शन कॉस्ट की आपको अवेलेबिलिटी. सो ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, इट्स नॉट लाइक देयर it's just the right set of opportunities. Again, I know I use the word institutions a lot, but yes, it is the right sort of institutions that have to be in place for something to be working and something to be not working. Why is it that certain practices are much more transparent in the OECD economies and in the Scandinavian economies? Because they have gone through this. उन्होंने अपना वो पूरा किया, उन्होंने figure out किया कि ये वाली यहाँ पे जो है pocket नहीं छोड़नी, इधर जो है एक regulator बिठाना है, government का watchdog बिठाना है, किस किस्म की governments है. Democracy itself is such a big institution and it needs to be inclusive and not extractive. And I know I'm using terminology from the book, but some of it I agree with. It's not like all I disagree with. So therefore in export oriented industrialization there is a trap. The trap is that you are going to compete with what you can make cheapest, and clearly labor practices are then not going to be at their most optimum. आप लोग तो मेरे से ज़्यादा शायद जानते हो कि fair trade practices क्या होती हैं. और so right, अभी ये आजकल का phenomena is, this is about 10 to 15 years ago that this sort of started becoming not just a fad but something that needs to be addressed. कि how legal and ethical are your practices when you are trading. And there we realize कि in the beginning, if your advantage is exploiting labor, if your advantage is child labor practices, if your advantage is unfair and how would you put it, unfair and unreasonable conditions for labor to work in, then if that means a cheaper product at the end of the day, then people will trade with you.